So class 8, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 6, combustion and flame. So in this chapter, first of all we will study about combustion, then we will study about the flame. So first of all, fire. What is fire? How fire is caused? Earlier people were considering fire as one of the basic elements of life. So how that fire is caused? What is fire? So first of all we will study about how fire is formed or what is fire. So fire is caused by burning of substance. When we bring a burning matchstick near a paper or cloth, it will catch fire and start burning. So the process of burning is called combustion and it produces heat and light. So when we burn something, fire is caused. So the process of burning, that is called combustion. Combustion means it is the process of burning and it produces heat and light. So the process of burning of a substance is actually its reaction with oxygen present in air. When we are telling that a paper is burning or a cloth is burning, that means that burning process, the process of burning a substance, that is the reaction with oxygen present in the air. In this reaction, a lot of heat and light is produced. When we burn something or when some substance reacts with oxygen, in that process a lot of heat and light is produced. So we can define combustion as a process in which substance reacts with oxygen rapidly to give heat and light. So another definition of combustion we can give as the process in which a substance react with oxygen rapidly to give heat and light. And we can take some examples. So example we can give like magnesium reacts with oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide, MgO, it is magnesium oxide. Carbon when reacts with oxygen or carbon on combustion, it forms carbon dioxide, CO2, this is carbon dioxide. So in a simple way, combustion can be defined as the process in which a substance reacts with oxygen rapidly to give heat and light. That process is called combustion. Example, magnesium on combustion or magnesium when reacts with oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide. Carbon when reacts with oxygen or carbon on combustion gives carbon dioxide. So such a type of reaction, the substance that burn, that is known as combustible substance. So the substance which is burning, that is known as combustible substance. During the process of combustion, the combustible substance react with oxygen to form a new products. So from here we can take as magnesium and from here we can take as carbon. These two are burning, so these are known as combustible substance. So the substance which is burning in the process of combustion, these are called combustible substance. They react with oxygen to form a new product. This is a new product, this is also a new product. So many such substances are found as natural resource and are combusted to produce heat on large scale. So such substances, they are called fuels. So we had already learned about the coal, petroleum and natural gas. In the previous chapter we had discussed about their formation and how they are producing energy. So all these fuels, because they are burned to produce energy, so these are known as fuels called petroleum and natural gas. These are known as fuels because they are burned to produce energy. These are producing heat on a large scale, or they are used to produce energy. So different substance, they burn differently. For example, paper burns with a flame, but charcoal glows and magnesium produces bright flame with sparks. So different substance, they vary. Their burning varies means they burn differently. Paper very quickly it is catching a flame. Charcoal glows and magnesium produces very bright flame with sparks. So the flame is caused by burning of the volatile substance present in the fuel. So there is a substance called volatile substance. So the flame is caused by the burning of volatile substances which is present in the fuel. On heating, these substances changes into vapor before burning and produce flames. If there is no volatile substance in the fuel, it glows on burning without producing any flame. So flame is produced because of the volatile substance, because they changes into vapor before burning and then they produce the flames. And when there is no volatile substance, it glows on burning without producing any flame. So we can say that the substance that burn in air, these are called combustible substance, like paper, cloth, wood and petrol. These are example of combustible substance. And substance that do not burn on heating, they are called non-combustible substance, like stone, iron, water, sand. These are the examples of non-combustible substance. So on the basis of burning, there are two types of substance, combustible and non-combustible. So combustible and non-combustible substance, the substance that burn in air, that is called combustible substance, and non-combustible means they do not burn on heating. These are called non-combustible substance. So here we can take the example of paper, cloth, wood, petrol. These are the combustible substance, and substances like stone, iron, water, these are the examples of non-combustible substance. So what are the conditions for combustion? Because we had already know that every substance doesn't burn. So every substance, not every substance burns. So firstly, for combustion we need a combustible substance. So first thing what we need for combustion is combustible substance. Secondly, oxygen is required for combustion, because during combustion a substance reacts with oxygen. Oxygen is the supporter of combustion. So oxygen is called supporter of combustion. So firstly we need a combustible substance. Secondly we need oxygen. So the final requirement for combustion is temperature. So if you keep a paper or petrol in contact with air, it doesn't start burning. However, if you bring a burning matchstick in contact with it, it will immediately catch fire. So temperature is the last and the important factor for combustion, because every substance starts burning at a particular temperature. So normally they will not catch the fire when you will bring a burning matchstick near to them or in contact to paper or cloth. They will catch fire immediately. So every substance they start burning at a particular temperature. That particular temperature is called ignition temperature. That is called ignition temperature. So the burning matchstick provides heat to the paper or petrol to its ignition temperature is reached and it starts burning. So the conditions for combustion are, firstly we need a combustible substance which will take part in combustion. Secondly we need oxygen, because combustion, in the combustion process the combustible substance react with the oxygen, which is known as the supporter of combustion. And the third one is temperature. When we bring a burning matchstick near a paper or cloth or petrol, it catches fire immediately. So that shows that every substance, they have different specific temperature on which they catches fire, and that particular temperature is called their ignition temperature. So we can say that combustible substance is the first condition for combustion. Next is our oxygen, and then the ignition temperature means we need a source of heat that will provide the ignition temperature to the combustible substance so that it can react with oxygen or it can catch the fire. So these are the conditions for combustion. Now we will see what is the ignition temperature. So ignition temperature, it is defined as the minimum temperature at which substance start burning. So it is the minimum temperature at which substance starts burning. So the ignition temperature of petrol, for example, we can take 246 degrees Celsius. That means petrol is, if the petrol is heated to 246 degrees Celsius temperature, it will start burning. So similarly, ignition temperature of paper is in between 218 to 248 degree Celsius. So ignition temperature can be defined as the minimum temperature at which a substance starts burning. For example, if we will heat petrol to 246 degrees Celsius, it will start burning. Similarly, if we will heat the paper up to 218 to 248 degrees Celsius, it will catch fire, it will start burning, or it is the ignition temperature of the paper. So now in your book some activities are given to prove without oxygen combustion doesn't take place for the ignition of paper. Some activities are given, so read that activities also. In the next class we will discuss about types of combustion.